My name is JJ.
My name is Mike F.
My name is Lindsay.
My name is Amy Lai.
My name is Margot Greenlee.
Good evening. Welcome to the Mighty Voice Liberation Ensemble's production of Everyday Oz.
We are infectious actors with fans theater.
Everyday Oz is a contemporary retelling of Frank Baum's.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
In tonight's performance, we are going to dance,
Act.
we're going to talk, and
Cheer.
tonight, we invite all of you to join us.
So, if we ask questions, feel free to answer them. If we're dancing and ask you to dance along, don't be shy. You can bust a move. And if we call, feel free to respond. Does that sound all right to folks? All right. Sounds like we're going to have a fun show. Let's get started.
All right, so let's give this a try, shall we? How many of you, by a show of hands, have seen the movie The Wizard of Oz? Oh, good. A good majority of you. How many of you have read the book? Okay, not as many, but still quite a few. So for those of you who have not seen the movie or read the book, today we're going to provide you just a peek of the story, a Cliff's Note version, if you will. Now, we're going to skip a lot of the story. I mean, a lot of the story. But that's just so we can get to the crux, the meat of the story, if you will. Now, we have a little activity we like to do that gets us all on the same page. It's fun and a little silly. We like to call it the Whiz Quiz.
Let's go. Let's go, Wizards. Let's go. Let's go, Wizards. Let's go. Let's go, Wizards. Let's go.
Good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Whiz Quiz. In this quiz, I am going to ask you trivia questions about the Wizard of Oz story. If you know the answer, please raise a quiet hand. And if I call on you, stand up and give us a loud answer so everybody can hear. Tonight, the winners of our quiz will receive beautiful rainbow-colored wristbands. Yes, the players are winners, the winners are players, so let's get started. Who was the little girl who often wore a blue and white checkered dress? She was carried in a cyclone away to the land of Oz. Yes. Dorothy! Yes, Dorothy! And tonight, our Dorothy is played by Miss Crystal, so we will do a quick costume transformation. Very good. Next question, where is Dorothy from? Yes, back here. She is from Kansas, yes, our wonderful winner.
Here we go.
She is from Kansas.
Wait. Okay, slow down, Ben. Here we go. She's over
Third
here.
question, what is the name of Dorothy's dog? Oh!
Did you have
You couldn't even resist shouting it out. Yes, we have Toto over here. And tonight,
Stand up nice and tall.
our friend Nigel Sutherland will play Toto for us. Fantastic. Good, Nigel. Toto. Good. Did you see who won? Excellent. Great. Now, 3 friends join Dorothy on her adventure down the yellow brick road to the Emerald City. Listen carefully. Which of her friends wanted a brain? Raise a quiet hand. Raise a quiet hand. Oh, the... Say it one more time. Yes, sir. The straw man. He had straw all over him. Yes, and what was another name for him? We have a winner here. What's another one? What would you call him? Scarecrow, exactly. Straw man, Scarecrow. Fantastic. Kelly, we had another winner right down front. There we go. Good. Now, another friend of Dorothy's wanted a heart. Who wanted a heart? What was the name of that character? Yes, sir. The Tin Man. There you go, Ben.
Got some strong voices. Feel free to stand. Hassan.
Fabulous. And last but not least, one of Dorothy's friends wanted to be brave. He longed for courage. What was his name? The Cowardly Lion. Yes, yes, yes.
Stand up nice and tall, my friend.
Now, in our show, we have two lions. We have Matthew, and Michael's going to put on his lion coat. Hassan, I'm sorry, I forgot to have you stand up. Hassan is our Tin Man tonight. Yes.
Okay.
And Scarecrow Amy. Scarecrow Amy in Scarecrow Green. Thank you.
Does it fit all right? Oh, it's inside out.
Now,
And you'll go back to your spot.
we're going to move on to our audio daily double. And as we do this, I'm going to ask you to listen very carefully to the musical notes and see which of the Wizard of Oz songs we are playing. Listen carefully, everyone. Somewhere over the rainbow. Nicely done, everybody. Thank you. And that concludes our Whiz Quiz Part 1.
All right, all right. So it seems like we really know this story. Seems like we got a couple of experts in the room. So we know our main character, Dorothy. We know that Dorothy came from Kansas and somehow ended up in Oz. We have our characters, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, Lion, for us lions, because we got two. So we know this story pretty well. Friends, if you can join me in this, we know this story going up and down, up and down. We know the story side to side, side to side. We know the story forward and back, forward and back. So let's shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. All right, now it's your turn. Here we go. We know it up and down. Wonderful. Up and down. We know the story side to side, side to side. We know the story forward and back.
That's right.
Forward and back. So let's shake it up.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Shake it up. One last time. Here we go. Know it up and down. Nice. Up and down. We know the story side to side, side to side.
That's
we know
right.
the story forward and back, forward and back. So let's shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it out. Nice. Wonderful. All right. JJ, back to you.
All right, so let's start at the very beginning. Now, Dorothy's story begins with boredom. Has anyone here ever been bored? We have one down here. Only one. Okay, we have a few people who've been bored before. Okay, wonderful. Now, Crystal, she does a wonderful job of looking bored. You can tell by the look on her face and the slope of her shoulders that she's about to give up. She's so bored. Huh. And sometimes I know boredom can feel like it's never going to end. Now, we've got Toto out here as well. Now, other cast members, can you show us with your body and face what you look like when you're bored?
Can you show me bored, Arian?
Very good, Matthew. Let's see, we got a couple over here. Yeah, really good bored faces. Now, audience members from right where you're sitting, can you show me what you look like when you're bored? Oh, wow.
Nice.
We have some sound effects, too. All right.
Oh, a snore and everything. That was awesome.
Now, while we are all so terribly bored, let me set the scene. Dorothy lived in the midst of the great Kansas prairies with her Uncle Henry, who was a farmer, and Aunt Em, who was the farmer's wife. When she sat on her porch and looked around, she could see nothing but the great gray prairie on every side. Not a tree, nor a house broke the broad sweep of flat country that reached the edge of the sky in all directions. The house, gray. The fences, gray. Uncle Henry's beard, gray.
Gray.
Aunt Em's on smiling lips.
Gray.
The wind blew like a long tangled hair, the color of cement, mud, and putty. A sky of dusty old painting clothes floated above, the clouds forming a highway of exhaust and smoke. Grassy plains stretched beyond view, brittle and choked like a never-ending buffet of dried oatmeal and coagulated pork chop gravy. Everywhere gray. If an elephant had walked by, Dorothy wouldn't have seen it crossing, so profoundly gray was the grayness. But deep inside that boredom, and the same is true for all of us, there lived a spark of imagination. Now, as you know, we never stay bored for long because our imaginations get bored with being bored, and before too long, something exciting happens. Yes, Dorothy dreamed of fire trucks and butterflies, of sunshine and freshly mowed grass, a Caribbean vacation, purple rain, and a pink Cadillac. She dreamed of a pantsuit the color of Skittles, stained glass nail polish, and a pet peacock. Uncle Henry sat upon the doorstep and looked anxiously at the sky. Dorothy stood in the door with Toto in her arms. From the far north, they heard a low wail of the wind, and Uncle Henry and Dorothy could see where the long grass bowed and waved before the coming storm. There now came a sharp whistling in the air from the south, and as they turned their eyes that way, they saw ripples in the grass coming from that direction also. Suddenly, Uncle Henry stood up. "There's a cyclone a-coming, Em." Now, before Dorothy has a chance to figure out which end is up, the cyclone lifts her, Toto, and the house up into the air. And at first, she is terrified, but then she realizes that nothing is happening and no harm is coming to her. So she falls asleep. And then, boom! The tiny little house falls onto the land of Oz. End of scene.
Good job.
Great job, man.
Time for another round of the Whiz Quiz, everybody. Again, if you know the answers, you're going to raise a nice, quiet hand and then give a loud shout when I call on you. Are we ready? Now, these questions are much harder. Much harder. First question. Dorothy's house lands in the land of Oz. What good witch, what is the name of the good witch that greeted her when she arrived? Glinda, yes. Glinda, right down front. Yes, thank you.
Great job.
Who did Dorothy's house land on? Nigel knows. Nigel knows. Let's see. Somebody way in the back. I see over here. The Wicked Witch of the East. Yes.
All right, then.
And that is one that many people have a hard time with. Yes. Now, what did Dorothy want from the good witch Glinda? What did she want right away? As soon as she got to the land of Oz, what did she want to do? Alexander? She wanted to go back home right away. Yes, she did. She wanted to go back home.
This young man.
Yes. And now, for just a moment, I'm going to take off my imaginary Whiz Quiz host hat and tell you that during our rehearsals, as the cast and the actors and I were making this show, we were really interested in the characters and what they wanted. Because that's what makes theater exciting, right? Somebody's got to want something, there's got to be tension, there has to be conflict. And so we were thinking, what would it be like if we were out there on the yellow brick road with Dorothy and her friends? What might we ask the Wizard of Oz for? Now, thank you so much. Matthew said that he would like some new friends, and in particular, a girlfriend. Josh said that he would love some money. Lots of money. A lot of money. My friend Michael, where are you? Said that he would love more time in the computer lab. Crystal, where's Crystal? Crystal said that she wanted a Hummer. Arian really wanted more independence. And this one is mine, but I'm going to ask Nigel to hold it for me. I would love a performance studio. Right? Thank you, Nigel. So, because that conversation was so fruitful, it made us really think about the wishes on our hearts, both big and small. We are going to ask you to take a moment to think about that same question. If you were out on the yellow brick road with Dorothy and her friends, what might you ask the Wizard of Oz for? We're going to ask you to turn right and left, find a friend, find a stranger, say hello, and start to talk about what you would ask for. We're also going to bring around some Post-its and pens because we would love to have you write down your answers. We're making a big rainbow of wishes with these Post-its.
What would you ask the Wizard of Oz for? Feel free to pass it when you're ready. I'm going to come back and get your Post-it.
From the Oz here. Should be our
Take that back. Thank you.
designated scribe here and list the wishes of the people in the
I
row here.
like it. Does
And I'll be
anybody
back
else
by.
have one?
Give that
You're
to
with
Kelly,
her?
right?
All right. What? Well, you can go with
Josh, I'm
that.
gonna
What
take
would
the
you ask the
paper
Wizard
from
Designated
for?
scribe here.
You doing good?
I'll grab your Post-its when you're ready.
Can you get some wishes from the
Doing a
people?
great job. Congratulations.
I'll come back in a second.
What would you ask the Wizard of Oz for?
What would you ask the Wizard for?
What would you like from the Wizard of Oz? Yeah.
We're going to put them on this board.
Do you have a pen?
More what?
A good
Okay.
future. Yeah.
Oh, you can
Excellent.
share. Sure.
I'm just going to write
I
them all
heard
down.
earlier, I heard safety. Safety for everybody.
What would
love.
you ask the Wizard for?
Yeah.
Can I come with you?
You've got a good mom, my friend.
I'm not kidding. We need another Sharpie.
Thanks for being with us today.
I travel well. I'm a good travel buddy. It's okay. I'm going to grab hers.
Did you write down some of your wishes? Do you,
Oh, I will write that down.
I'll get some more Post-its around. I'm going to go grab some Post-its for you. Do we have any Post-its floating around?
I'm going to grab your Sharpie.
Do you have some more Post-its coming around? Good.
We have some Post-its
I'm
on
going to
this
take this
side.
around the front.
All right.
There we go. Thank you. Would you like some paper and pen?
They all
we
just
go.
answered.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you already answer? Am I pressing you for more answers? There you go. And we'll
Tell
get them
me
from
yours
you.
again?
Yeah, we'll get them from you.
What was
Oh, here.
More
thank
Nats
you.
games. More Nats games. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh, I know they are. Yes.
Back here, get a Post-it.
You want your mom
Things
back.
they wanted to share? Okay.
And I'll take that back up to the
Okay,
front
these
when
guys
you're
are-
done. Are you done?
Have you been? All right.
Yes, would you?
Good to see
We have a bunch
No,
of
no,
kids
it's
down
fine.
front that would love to answer the
There goes
question.
Erica.
Mm-hmm. Got some good ones.
Did
Did
anyone
folks
else
further
need a
back get a
Post-it?
chance?
Thank you
Anyone
so
have
much.
something they really wanted to share?
Further
I
back?
haven't gone in the back
Okay,
yet.
I'll ask. Any wishes you want to shout out
would you
to
ask the
me?
wizard
Any
for?
wishes for the Wizard of Oz that you'd love to?
Ice cream?
Would you
I
like
think
here
that's
to
a
put
really...
in a wish for the wizard?
Peace. Good one. Good one.
I like your answer.
Be a teacher.
Inside and for the
Right.
world.
Lots of
For
cool-
you,
Wait,
you
wait,
just
wait,
want peace for
he's
yourself.
gonna come back to
Excellent.
us.
A lot of things. Can you narrow it
Do you
down
think
to
we can
one?
make that happen? Got it.
So you want
Two.
just keep
Okay,
it
what
one
are the
teacher
two?
or
What are you narrowing it down to?
Visit?
Oh,
Two friends.
you're providing these
Two
answers.
good friends. I like that. I really like that request. I'm going to write that down and make sure it
Would you like
goes
to
up on
put
our
in a
board.
Does anybody have answers to put up here?
Any other Wizard of Oz requests before we move on?
Oh, she has bullet points. Ooh,
No?
impeachment.
All right.
Make sure that gets
Okay.
wish I could have a cake. Saving paper. You want a cake?
All right.
All right. I think I got
Two friends.
Go for it.
Inner peace.
Here you go. You're welcome.
All right, we're going to collect all of the answers that we have right now.
Erica,
What would you
got a
ask the
couple
wizard
more.
for?
Oh, can I have the pen? Oh,
Thank
great.
you.
Excellent, thank you. My mom.
Unlimited supply of puppies.
Putting a little
That's
dig
fun.
in. Well, he gets a chance.
The
Oh,
wizard
I
has
can
his
take it off
hands
your
full.
hands.
Let's
I can
see.
take it off your hands. No
All
problem.
right. Choo-choo train.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, we have
We have some really good
easily
answers.
50 wishes up here. I see a car,
Some really good
more
answers.
time,
Visit Mr.
impeachment. If you want to watch for the political themes in the show, please feel free and have fun with that. Thank you, Bill.
Good job.
All right, I think we got it.
You want to take
A barber shop. Ooh, that's a cool wish.
barbershop?
All right, you ready? So let's regather. Ben, did you find some? Good. You found a whole bunch. Fabulous. Do you feel ready?
You can go back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to move along.
That thing is
Thank you,
packed.
friends. Let's get back into the show.
I did last time.
Here's one.
All right. Get ready, Lion. They're going to ask you to stand up soon.
All right, let's invite the cast back
on,
out.
friends.
Let's have Scarecrow, Toto, Dorothy, Lions.
Repeat after me. Hey, Mr. Wizard, we're coming for you.
Hey, Mr. Wizard, we're coming for you.
We got lots of things that we need you to do.
We got lots of things that we need you to do.
We want to be bigger and better than we already are.
We want to be bigger and better than we already are.
With your magic wand, we're gonna go far.
With your magic wand, we're gonna go far.
Hey, Mr. Wizard, how about you give us world peace and maybe no pollution, right? And now, Mr. Wizard, while you're at it, how about you consider giving me a farm with horses? That sounds nice. And how about, I would like to be a teacher. Or maybe, I would like to get all dogs. Or maybe some more money and ice cream. And maybe, while we're at it, would you consider impeachment? Mr. Wizard, I would like to have a family and happy memories. How about kids? Oh, maybe a new job. And Mr. Wizard, before I go, just one more wish. Endless Dr. Pepper.
Hey, Mr. Wizard, we're coming for you.
Hey, Mr. Wizard, we're coming for you.
We got lots of things that we need you to do.
We got lots of things that we need you to do.
We want to be bigger and better than we already are.
We want to be bigger and better than we already are.
With your magic wand, we're gonna go far.
With your magic wand, we're gonna go far.
Everyone was so pumped up, feeling on top of the world, invincible, until who should happen to show up but the Wicked Witch of the West?
I'm the wickedest wicked witch of the West. At being mean, you know I am the best. I'm here to cause you trouble, cause you conflict and stress. Ain't no way you're getting out of this mess. So listen up, Dorothy and friends. I'm blocking your way with my great, big, beautiful wall. There's only one way around it. You gotta dance it open. So listen to the riddle. You gotta dance smart. You gotta dance heart. You gotta dance guts. You gotta dance art. Good luck, suckers.
What? A riddle? Is this a curse? Oh. Okay. We got this, folks. I think we can knock this wall down together. I'm going to ask Scarecrow Amy and her friend Margot to walk forward. Amy, I want you to show this Wicked Witch of the West just how smart you are.
Ready? S M-A-R-T.
What do we say? Nope.
What?
Nope.
Oh.
What?
Wah, wah.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. We got this. We got this. I'm gonna ask Tin Man and his friend Erica to step forward. Tin Man Hassan, I want you to dance with all your heart.
Quaking in my boots.
I think I know this dance. Looks familiar.
Ready?
Take that.
1, 2, 3. No.
What?
Oh.
No.
Jeez.
I'm not worried. Not worried at all. Because I'm going to call over not one, but 2 lions, Matthew and Michael, with their friend JJ. Now, lions, I need you to give your strongest, most courageous,
You can do it.
most
you can do
ferocious roar.
it. You can do it.
Knock this wall down.
Come on, come on.
You got it, guys. Yes, take that, take that, take that. What?
Oh.
That didn't work?
We tried, guys.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I don't know what else we can do at this point. Dorothy Crystal, do you have any ideas? Any thoughts?
I think we all
Put it all together? I think that's a good idea. I'm going to
All
hop
right.
on over here with you guys then.
Good idea.
We're going to
good
put
idea.
this
Let's try.
all together.
Let's try. Let's try.
So let's see. We got S. Taking it around. Do that Macarena. Hey, that's what it was. I knew that one. Yes. Give him a little grease lightning. Hey. And a nice roar. Take that. Yeah.
What we did? We did it.
Ha ha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We did
And I
it.
think something's
We
happening
did
to our
it.
line.
We did it.
It's becoming
We
our-
did it. We did it.
Halfway?
We did it. 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 We did it.
You all did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
We did it.
All right.
Woo!
Looking good, folks.
Congratulations, everyone. You beat the witch. Now we can all head down the yellow brick road to Emerald City so that we can get some courage, or maybe we can get a new heart, or maybe we can get a new brain, or... Wait a minute. Why are we heading to see the wizard again? I mean, it seems to me, Scarecrow Amy, you are already smart. And Tin Man Hassan, you are the most loving guy I know. And my lions, Michael and Matthew, you are the boldest lions in the land of Oz. And Dorothy, I mean, be honest. Do you really, really want to go back home to Kansas?
No.
Well, then repeat after me. We don't need no Wizard of Oz.
We don't need no Wizard of Oz.
If you ask us why, we'll tell you because.
If you ask us why, we'll tell you because.
We got smarts.
We got smarts.
We got heart.
We got heart.
We got guts.
We got guts.
We got art.
We got art.
We got smarts.
We got smarts.
We got heart.
We got heart.
We got guts.
We got guts.
We have art.
We have art.
Woo! We're going to stand up together. Ready? We're going to do the breathing now. 1, 2, 3. All right. Wonderful. So as we close, I would like us to do something that we usually do together when we close a class. It's called a breathing ball. And we're going to take some deep breaths together. Josh is really good at this, so I'm going to have Josh help me out with that. Is that all right, Josh? Yeah. All right, here we go. So taking a deep inhale in. And exhale. Releasing out. Nice. Again, taking a deep inhale in.
Big breath in.
And exhale. Nice. Deep inhale in. exhale. And Josh, you keep on going, my friend. You got it, nice and strong. Nice, nice. So today, thank you. We learned from Dorothy and friends that there were a lot of things that they wanted from the Wizard of Oz that they really had all along. And like our characters in the story, there are a lot of things that we desire for and hope for. So we had a lot of things on this list. I think this is the biggest our list has ever been, and I love it. So for some folks that may want new friends, or we might have heard a new girlfriend on the side, hoping that when they leave here today, they know that they still have support from the friends that are with them right here, right now, in this moment. For those that might have wanted to win a little bit of money or the lottery, knowing that we have enough financial support to last us and get us to where we need to go, even though we may not win the lottery today. Impeachment. That might have to be something for another day. But as I look at this, I see so many things that we desire and want. And I hope that when we reflect today, we realize that we have some sort or some type of these things in our lives today. And as I look around to all of my wonderful cast members, I'm just going to ask them to extend one arm around, seeing everyone here in our space, everyone that came to our show, our wonderful audience. We got a nice audience today. And we're going to raise those arms up nice and high and take a final bow. Thank you.
Good job, Nigel. Will you take this ball back to your spot?
Have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat.
Josh, can you close the performance for us?
I want to say thank you, cast, crew. Thank you for coming. And now, without further ado, let's bring April.
There we go. Here's April.
Yay, Josh!
Our president of NDLE.
What an introduction. Thank you.
Say
I
right
want to
here.
thank everyone for coming today. This is an opportunity that idea was about 2.5 years ago that I dreamed that our performing arts group behind me would be here at the Kennedy Center. And by meeting Margot Greenlee, she inspired this group and knew some connections, and here we are. A week before John F. Kennedy would have celebrated 100 years. What a match, because that match, he had a dream to build a building like this so the arts could be seen by all. One thing that also brought us here is the work that his family has done for people with disabilities. For us, it gave everybody here an opportunity to experience life on stage. They say all the world's a stage. So let's put our hands together one last time for this amazing group. And I know you're tired of sitting, so please stand up and give them a round of applause. Let them feel the love. Our performers have performed 6 different places before they got here. They experienced the Government Center in Fairfax County. They went to the USO building. They went to local community centers. They went to our centers. And here was the moment of their career right now. And next year, we're going to do something bigger because I can see that the talent is in this room. And we can't thank you enough to be part of us. Some of the friends that got us here was a National Endowment for the Arts. Without Kennedy and the National Endowment for the Arts wouldn't have made this possible. And so we want to thank all of you for thinking about the Wizard. As you leave today, think about your opportunity when you become an Oz, what you can grant our agency, MVLE, and see what we can dream together to make services and opportunities for people with disabilities a real reality. So thank you. Thank you for being here. This is the largest cast we have. And Margot's going to ask a couple questions, so please have a seat.
Thank you, everyone. Actually, instead of asking a question, I've been so in charge of the show that I really want to turn it over to you. So thinking in your mind to yourself for a moment, what is something that is meaningful, curious, surprising, memorable about what you just experienced over the past 40 minutes or so? Again, if it helps to think in your own mind or maybe turn right or left, talk for just a moment, what is something meaningful, curious, surprising, or memorable about what you just saw? And if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'll bring the microphone to you. Yes.
Just simple joy.
Simple joy, yes. It's a pretty joyous cast, I have to say. And
Here we
April,
go.
can you get that one? Yeah.
Having an opportunity.
Thank you. Having an opportunity, she said. We can't leave you guys alone back here. What are you thinking?
All the world's a stage. There you go.
Anything else?
When you go home tonight, what is one moment that you would really like to hold on to? Something that happened during the show or something that you experienced that you would love to draw a highlighter around? What do you want to take from here back home tonight? Any other ideas before we go? Before I change the question? Yes. No? Okay. You can change your mind.
I saw a hand over here.
Ah. I happen to know this woman.
That we have everything we need already.
Right, that those characters were going on this big adventure when they were already brave and smart and courageous, and they were already home as well. And so being able to take that back.
I'm going to help
is
you out a
memory.
little bit. How many people liked when they did Grease Lightning? Raise your hands. All right. How many like the Macarena? How many like the Macarena? Oh, come on back there. I know you can raise your hands. All right. How about when the Scarecrow came up and scared everybody away? Did she do that? Or tried to get rid of the Wicked Witch? How many liked when Tin Man? Where's Tin Man? Stand up, Tin Man. Let's give him applause. And we can't forget Dorothy. Dorothy, why don't you come up? And if we had Dorothy, we can't forget about Toto. So Toto, where are you? And we had some help in this play. We had some dedicated, they call equity actors. Can we have those come to the forefront? Without all of these guys, well, you know, when there's a center stage, there's a center stage. But Margot, JJ, you can introduce your guys.
Yeah, so we have J.J. Johnson and Lindsay Howard, Kelly King, and Erica Chambly. Yeah. Thank you so much, cast. Yeah. So creating a mixed ability show has been a really valuable way for me to think about writing in a much more thoughtful way. I don't know if you picked up on this, hopefully not so much, but within any performance, and especially this one, cueing is one of the hardest things. People are constantly passing the baton back and forth. And just last night I was going through all the cue moments, like who passes it to who and who is picking up the ball. And I would say that that is one of the biggest challenges of any kind of theater show, but it's also a big challenge in our normal daily life, right? Who is leading? Who is following? When does that transformation happen? How seamlessly and smoothly can it happen? In any moment of our day, if we're parents, if we're teachers, if we're coworkers, if we're family members, we are constantly passing the ball back and forth. And so being part of a production like this is a great way to practice, right? It gives us that extra sense of strength in being leaders and followers. Yeah. How many of you are performers? Do you like to perform? How many of you are readers? How many of you like to do sports? What about any musicians in the house? Any visual artists? Good. Anybody like to boss other people around? Yeah? Okay, great. Well, those are just a few of the skill sets that are needed for this kind of a show, right? I love being bossy sometimes, but as soon as the show is over, I'm going to let other people do all of the work. I'm going to be a follower for the rest of the night, right? So, but cueing, leadership, followership, those are two really important skills in this kind of work. Also, I would say knowing when to start and when to stop. It's a really important skill inside of ourselves to know when to leap forward and when to then be done. And you've probably seen us cue that lots of different ways too. April, other thoughts?
I also think that what we witnessed over the last 3 months is that we really watched our individuals rise to the occasion, not just coming to just sort of participate with a group with Margot to get to the point that they're really acting, that there was a buzz in the community center that they were talking about. We're performing at the Kennedy Center, so it wasn't just a nice little program, that they truly enjoyed interacting with the professional actors and what they learned from them. When they started, they sat on one side of the room and a little bit on the other side of the room. As we went through the months, now they became fast and firm friends. People that once didn't want to hug each other were hugging each other. And those are the kinds of things that we have to remember in our world today to make it a better place. Quit looking at and judging people. Look at what the opportunity is beyond what you see.
Ben, I would love for you to talk a little bit about your experience, and you told me something really important that you want to do at next Tuesday's rehearsal. So can you talk a little bit about what intrigues you in this work?
First of all, the first day that I showed up to rehearsal, I didn't know what I was getting into with Margot when I first met her. And second of all, we've been working so hard. I've been trying to pick up on stuff, and every Tuesday we rehearse after every performance, and then me and Margot, I pull Margot to the side and say, can we work on this? We work on that. And she and the cast did a good job. I mean, very good job.
Thank you, Ben. So, Ben is an assistant director by nature. He's always thinking, how can we do this better? What can we do next? And Nigel, what was your favorite part about being Toto?
I like to be Toto. That's my cue.
Your cues. And do you get to work with Crystal on a normal basis back at MVLE?
Yes, ma'am.
How is being in a performance maybe different from your normal work?
Crystal showed me how to do how to do the job.
Crystal tells you how to do the job? Yes, she does. Yeah. Hey, Crystal, can you come on out, please? So, audience, thank you, Nigel. Can you go back onto yourself? Audience, I would love for you to be thinking about any questions you have for the cast about our creative process, about how they prepare for their time on stage. But Crystal, I think you're like the best Dorothy in the world. I love you as Dorothy. What is one of your favorite parts in the show?
One of my favorite parts is watching everybody come together at the end and defeat the Wicked Witch. I think that's fun.
Yeah, that's great. And I like that one too. And what would you say is one of the hardest parts of the performance?
Remembering lines.
remembering lines. It's so true. Thank you, Crystal. Have I given the audience, have I given you enough time to think about questions you might have for the cast? No question is too small. Yes.
I'd like to know how many hours you all practiced for tonight.
Oh, a little math. Ben, do you think you know?
We practiced from 11 to 12, roughly 2 hours, I believe. We practiced from right when we walk in that door after our snack time, and then we go right up, practice, come down, and it's about 2 hours.
We started working on the rehearsal for the show in January, and we met roughly every Tuesday for about an hour or so. And then I know that some of the cast members and I would meet in smaller groups. I was often revising script separate from that. And also, way back in the fall, we started to read the Wizard of Oz book to lots of the people at MVLE to find out what is interesting about this story to us. So I would say the creative process started back last fall, and then we really got into work with the script and the choreography in January. Yeah, great question.
I just had a question. Do you have any specific experiences that you think really stuck with you that you're going to remember going forward for the rest of your life from doing this performance?
Michael?
Well, every single day we have to do this every week. Marjorie and Lindy helped me so much in the past few years, and it's has been my last 10 years for Wonderful MVLE. I want to thank for Miss Marjorie and Lindy to help me with my goal about to be in the performance arts until to August the 10th. My last day was about MVLE. It reminded me about tell me something before. My mom, my dad, I want to say they need someone to be a best son and a best player. And Miss Marjorie and Miss Lindy, I want to thank for someone that helped me be part of this. I will ever get another job for the report of performance art program into our work area.
Absolutely, yeah. So after 10 years of working at MVLE in lots of different positions, this is a new way to work, right? This is a new job that we can do. And I would say in my best vision of where we go in the future, we have a standing company that is always creating work, always out in the community, sharing the performances, and noticing that when we are strong performers, we are stronger community members. There's a direct correlation between the skills that we learn on stage and the skills that we have as a neighbor and as an employee. So I think they go together like chocolate and peanut butter and all sorts of good stuff. Arian, would you like to join me for a second? Yeah. Do you want to give an answer about what's meaningful?
Yeah. People love you.
People love me?
Yeah.
We love you. People love you, Arian.
Yeah.
Can I tell a story about you?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to tell a very quick story about Arian. Arian and I got to be friends 2 years ago when I first started teaching the movement arts program. And I noticed that every once in a while when we had a guest, Arian would be just a little, can I say cranky? Cranky, yeah. But when we played our favorite music, which is
Uptown Funk.
Uptown Funk, then the world becomes a sunny place. And how many of you have a favorite song that changes your mood when you turn it on? A favorite song, right? Yeah. the same is true for us. And so, Arian, I apologize. I've been manipulating you like crazy by playing Uptown Funk whenever you were in a bad mood. We have added it in to the beginning of all of our warm-ups, a little Uptown Funk breakdown. So, but it's really important that we have a chance to enjoy the music that we love, be with friends, and then also keep being challenged as well. Do you have a question? Would you like to ask a question? Or you? No question. Okay.
Margot, we have a couple board members in the room.
Sure. Let's say a big hello
Can
to
we
them.
have our board members please stand that are here? Kathy is somewhere here.
One more question. I know Matthew would also like to share something. Matthew, can you come on up? My lion friend. What would you like to say about the performance?
That we're working very hard all this year, and then we were practicing, and then we were rehearsing all this day.
Thank you for your commitment, Matthew. So practicing and editing are additional skills that are so important to all of us. Coming into every rehearsal knowing what are we going to keep the same, what do we want to tweak, what are we changing. Again, skills that we need everywhere all day long. Yes, dear.
I have a teacher voice, so I could have used it. But I have a question for our equity actors, that if you had any experience working with people with different abilities than you before, and if you have any lessons you could give to those that might not interact with people who look different or have a different ability level than us every day.
So, Lindsay, do you want to take that one? And then maybe, where's Erica? Oh, Erica.
Yeah, just pass. So yes, my name's Lindsay. I am a dance movement therapist, and I work with mental health as well as developmental delay with children, teens, and adults. But I love MVLE because this is the first place that I have worked that is less of the psychologies. I mean, we dig in psychology, but a little less of that and more of the expressive performing stuff, which is a lot of fun. And my advice, if you were to meet someone and you didn't quite know them, would just to start off by asking what their name is. And maybe even just asking questions, small questions like favorite music, because we know that's one thing that brings Mr. Arian out, right? Favorite interests. Even though we're all different in different ways, a lot of us have things in common. I love Uptown Funk. So there's, you'd be surprised the little things that you can connect with people on. So I would just start with just small conversations and making them small enough so that folks can just connect in simple ways. So to you, Eric.
This is my first time in a mixed ability cast, and I've actually learned a lot over the past several months. The one thing that I would say if you were meeting someone new for the first time and you were trying to connect is to assume genius. Assume that people, when they're expressing themselves to you, maybe you might not even exactly understand the words, but you understand the spirit. And if you assume the person knows what they're talking about and they understand what you're talking about, you guys can go so far together. And that's what I experienced with this cast.
I don't know, like, I guess when in meeting anyone, I try not to assume anything and just talk like I would anyone else. And I tell you, when I came into this process, everyone was so warm and welcoming immediately. So it was like no time to really think about things. You just get swept up. And I remember my first day coming in, I actually came in to do one of the classes, to help substitute for one of the classes before Everyday Oz began rehearsing. And I was sitting in the room waiting for classes to begin. And I hear this voice calling, JJ. And I'm like, nobody here knows me. Who's that? And I turn and Ben walks in the door. Where's Ben? Ben walks in the door. He had found Margot like when he was walking in the building, and she told him that, we had a new friend in the classroom. And so he just came right in and just immediately greeted me. And we became quick friends. And then Michael and so many others, there's such a warm group. I would just say, you just go in and you talk. You don't think about it. You just like you would greet anyone else. So that's been my experience.
I think that we will turn it back over to April briefly and do one final big clap and bow. But first, April.
The reason why they're letting me do this is because I brought the red shoes. So, we needed to click and end on the right time. So without, one of the things that in plays and in community theater is that you have these posters. And when you're finished with the performance, everyone signs them, and it becomes a little remembrance and a sign. So this is for Margot. Everybody signed it. So, and all of you will get one. But for tonight, just Margot has it. And we also, if you wouldn't mind handing me those flowers, is that her innovation to believe that people with disabilities can do more than what others have seen, and giving them an opportunity to have a stage has really helped these individuals soar. Their confidence level, I would say, would started at a 3. I can show you now that it's like a 15. So if you applaud them more, they're going to stay all night. We'll be doing The Sound of Music. So thank you, Margot. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
All right, friends, one final bow, one final bow, one final bow, one final bow, one final bow. Big, 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 and down again. Thank you.